What is the St. Joe Surge? How did it come about? Who was responsible for it? What were its goals? And what has it accomplished? The explanation begins with the Mississippi Sports Council, an organization dedicated to promoting sports culture and events in the state of Mississippi. Since 1995, the Sports Council has been responsible for high-profile events, including multiple NFL preseason games, the resurgence of the Millsaps Mississippi College football rivalry, strategic planning and development for the football programs at Millsaps College and East Mississippi Community College, as well as the production of numerous books and documentaries on the topic of sports in the state. The Sports Council is represented by the Frascogna Courtney law firm, and the intimate involvement of the Frascogna family with the Sports Council often makes the two names synonymous. Upon the release of the documentary movie Gridiron Gold in 2013, the Sports Council was approached about creating a similar movie detailing the history of St. Joe High School, utilizing football as the narrative backdrop. The movie Bruin Legacy was produced in 2014 and explored 145 years of St. Joe history, ranging from the school's founding in downtown Jackson and its destruction at the hands of General Sherman, to the unique involvement of the Catholic Church, the legendary tenure of Coach Bill Rayfield, and the school's resurgence in its new Madison campus. During the creation of Bruin Legacy, the Sports Council was approached by members of the St. Joe Booster Club about studying the school's athletic department and exploring ways to enhance, promote, and brand the St. Joe experience to attract new students. Then Principal Keith Barnes negotiated the original agreement, and the three-year plan was dubbed the St. Joe Surge. The Surge has spanned the subsequent tenures of Principals Kathy Cook, Doug Jones, and Dina Kinsey. The Sports Council has provided reports and updates to each principal, as well as the school's athletic directors, head coaches, the Executive Committee of the Advisory Council, the Diocese, and the school's canonical advisor. The Sports Council began the Surge by closely studying St. Joe's strengths and weaknesses. This was accomplished through numerous in-person interviews with junior members of the class of 2016, coaches and sponsors for band, cheer, and the Spirit Steppers, as well as various members of the administration and the Booster Club. The student interviews were particularly honest and insightful, and revealed a general consensus that St. Joe benefited from a family atmosphere, beautiful campus, faith-based environment, and diversity. More importantly, those same student interviews revealed a strong displeasure that limited resources were often cited as the reason for not getting things done, that school pride was non-existent, that the student body lacked school spirit, and that being a St. Joe student was simply not fun. Armed with this valuable information, the primary goals of the Surge became threefold. 1. Revive school spirit within the current student body. 2. Make alumni feel proud of their school by creating passion point events that inspire them to become actively involved. And 3. Increase St. Joe's enrollment in a highly competitive school market. One of the first steps towards accomplishing these goals was the formation of the St. Joe Monogram Club. The Monogram Club was formed as a subset of the existing Booster Club, but was tasked with the specialized purpose of reconnecting powerful alumni, specifically St. Joe athletes, with the school through its athletic programs. Attracting such individuals required the creation of big, exciting events. Such events began with a VIP premiere of the Bruin Legacy movie at Malco Theaters in Madison. The event was attended by key alumni, the current football team and cheerleaders, and numerous members of the clergy, including Bishop Kopaz. The Monogram Club orchestrated the airing of Bruin Legacy on WAPT an amazing 5 times during the fall of 2015, earning the St. Joe story priceless exposure in the central Mississippi market. The Monogram Club also quickly worked to reestablish the honor and pride of earning a letter in a varsity sport. This was in part accomplished by creating and managing the Bruin Echoes event at the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum. This annual event honors all Bruin athletes and features senior athletes signing their names into the official ledger of Monogram winners. The ledger, an idea generated and developed by the Surge, contains the signature of Bruin athletes as far back as the 1940s and is the only such item permanently housed in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. All St. Joe Monogram winners can proudly boast that they are in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. The ledger also contains the signatures of honorary letter winners such as Coach Lou Holtz, who was inducted as part of a Catholic Charities event actively supported by the Monogram Club and the Mississippi Sports Council. The Monogram Club also helped orchestrate the publication and book signing for Rock and Fire, detailing the career of legendary St. Joe baseball coach D.M. Howie. Copies of that book, along with the Sports Council's previous publication on legendary St. Joe football coach Bill Rayfield, were given to current Bruin athletes to educate them on the unique history of their school. The Surge is designed to enhance all the Bruin athletic programs, and to accomplish that mission, the lion's share of the effort is intentionally invested in football. The reasons for this strategic allocation of resources are numerous. First, football season captures the natural excitement associated with the beginning of a new school year. Students, families, and faculty are most eager to experience and most willing to invest in school success at this point in time. Whatever tone is established during football season will carry through the entire school year. Next, football games involve the greatest number of student groups, including band, cheer, spirit steppers, and Bruin Sports Radio. If these groups can be taught to operate together and at a high level in this most complex environment, that habit of cooperative excellence will naturally migrate to all other sports in which those students also participate. Finally, football games bring the largest number of non-St. Joe people to the campus and send the largest number of St. Joe family members to other campuses. These Friday night football games therefore become the best opportunities to showcase the St. Joe brand in a positive and influential way, both internally and externally. To enhance home football games, the Monogram Club added decorative battle flags to the home stands, purchased Bruiser the Bear for the entrance to the stadium, purchased a new costume for the Bruin mascot, and orchestrated the installation of a 3-phase sound system from PV Electronics that rivals any high school stadium in the state. As part of its newly cultivated relationship with St. Joe, PV designed, manufactured, and donated numerous custom electric guitars to the Bruin band. The Sports Council scrutinized every aspect of St. Joe home football game production and management, and then produced a down-to-the-minute script to manage countless tasks associated with the event. The script details the exact movements and duties of the football team, band, cheerleaders, spirit steppers, press box crew, and stadium security. A similar script was also produced for pep rallies. Commemorative parking passes and tickets were generated to help with crowd management. Additional measures were taken to help promote homecoming, including a free concert in the gym by recording artist Derek Norsworthy and a special exhibit where former Bruin athletes could add their signatures to the official ledger of Monogram winners. A central component to each home football game was the Bruin Walk. This involved a coordinated and dramatic entrance into the stadium of the band, cheerleaders, spirit steppers, St. Joe fans, and finally, the football team. The Bruin Walk was an important internal tool for training the St. Joe community to work together, and an important outward demonstration of the St. Joe family's collaborative excellence. To enhance school identity and pride, the Surge created a new primary mark for the athletic department. The Surge also created various secondary pride icons as constant reminders of St. Joe's unique history and tradition. The Sports Council placed a high priority on differentiating St. Joe in the local school market by highlighting and reinforcing its affiliation with the Catholic Church. An extensive clergy outreach program was implemented whereby students wrote personal letters to clergy members inviting them to attend home football games. The Surge also created new Catholic-themed traditions, such as the popular Blessing of the Helmet ceremony involving the senior moms the Wednesday night before the first football game, as well as the distribution of game day holy medals during the team mass on Friday mornings. The Surge continued its creation of visible new traditions with the First to the Field midnight practice, the touching and emotional father-son videos during Senior Week, and even the humorous signs placed on the visitor side fencing within the stadium and the now infamous St. Joe Lake Monster movie trailer. The numerous videos and other visuals produced as part of the Surge were distributed via the newly created Monogram Club website and social platforms. Collectively, Surge videos have been viewed approximately 50,000 times on Facebook alone, drawing praise from even larger Catholic schools outside of the state of Mississippi. As part of its efforts to positively influence other sports and activities beyond football, the Surge coordinated a unique trip by the Bruin Band to the Grammy Museum in Cleveland. It created special marketing material for the Bruin baseball team, as well as multiple visual campaigns for the Bruin volleyball team. Similar techniques were used to inspire stronger bonds between younger students at St. Richard and St. Anthony with the St. Joe brand. So, after all this effort, was the Surge successful? Let's review the 3 goals the Sports Council was tasked with achieving. 1. Has school spirit been revived within the current student body? This is highly subjective, but conversations with students certainly indicate that a new enthusiasm and pride for St. Joe exist. 2. Have new events sparked positive feelings within the alumni base that inspired them into action? This question was conclusively answered when over 100 Bruin alumni showed up at the first induction ceremony to add their signature to the official ledger of monogram winners, and an additional 130 Bruin athletes added their signatures at special signings during the past 2 homecomings. Goal number 3, increase St. Joe's enrollment within a highly competitive school market. Based on information shared by the past 2 St. Joe administrations, after trending downward at enrollment for 5 years, the school has experienced an upswing in enrollment over the past 2 school years and is now trending in a positive direction. All indications are that the Surge has achieved its stated purpose, but an equally important question to ask is whether any of the events, concepts, and organization implemented over the past 3 years would have taken place without the Surge. I'm Mike Frascogna III. Go Bruins!